Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm just basically going to be doing a quick rundown of this defense deal that Australia and Papua New Guinea have signed, and just kind of give my response to some of the criticisms that it's received. So basically, we have finally signed this deal. It involves a mutual defense treaty, which, for those of you that probably don't know, basically, in a nutshell, we get attacked, we defend. Papua New Guinea comes to help us. Papua New Guinea gets attacked, we come to help PNG. Additionally, the agreement will create a path for 10,000 Papua New Guineans to serve in the Australian Defence Force, and Marape, who is the Prime Minister of PNG, is going to increase the PNG military from 3,000 soldiers to about 7,000. It's also going to see a increase in Papua New Guinea's naval capacity, its army, and also an air wing capable of operating across the terrain in the region. Now, this is a very, very good deal, and a lot of this will be paid for by Australia, which has raised a bit of critique and a bit of backlash in some regards, with some people saying, well, why are we paying for this? The answer is fairly simple. It's that if we don't pay for it, China will. And the reality is, we don't want China having the defense investments in PNG. The thing is, if anyone were to attack Australia, Papua New Guinea is a natural stronghold, but also a natural target to take. The reality is that if you were to try and attack Australia, this is a very, very good place to, first of all, set up staging grounds for your personnel. Second of all, establish long-range strike capabilities. And finally, utilize the runways there to operate fighter jets and strategic bombers from. This means that having a deal with PNG is very, very important for Australia. First of all, one, it means that we get to push back on China because we get to be Papua New Guinea's main supplier of weapons, equipment, and vehicles. Second of all, we are now Papua New Guinea's main supplier when it comes to security and defense. This means that we are not just investing in PNG's capabilities, but in our own. Now, some people have put forwards that 10,000 people isn't much, or 7,000 people isn't a big deal. But the answer is it's closer to 17,000. Keep in mind that Australia's military won't be operating alone. It'll be operating alongside that 7,000 Papua New Guinean personnel. In addition, that 10,000 people adding to our military is quite a big improvement. That's about a sixth of our military size, which to me is more than worthwhile investing in. And as we've been seeing, we really need more allies in the region. And this looks good to countries like America as well. It shows that there's solidarity in the region, that it's worth investing in. It shows that we have strong allies. It shows that we are strong allies. And additionally, it also means that we get access to more and more resources. Papua New Guinea's main weaknesses right now is that they don't have a deployment capacity. They don't have the ability to deal with a lot of threats. But if we're able to make them capable of dealing with threats, or we're able to increase their capacity to defend themselves, they become a much more useful ally. And this is the same for Australia. This is what people like myself and many other analysts have been saying, is that Australia is more useful to America in a more powerful state, right? As an ally, we are worth so much more if we're strong and capable. And you get a lot more respect from guys like Trump, especially. You see, Trump's a person who likes winners. He's a person who likes people who can be strong and stand up for things and be able to push back on a hostile force and be able to actually make serious action. He respects that sort of stuff. He respects genuine strength. But what this comes down to is that if we don't have that strength, you don't get respect. It's two-sided. If you act strong and you are strong, you get respect. But if you aren't strong and you don't act strong, you don't get respect. And this is the thing, is that we should be trying to increase our strength, but we should be trying to increase our ally strength and expand the amount of allies we have. It means that we are more capable together, and it means that we have more integration and more interoperability with the countries in our region. And it means that Papua New Guinea can slot into our forces if they needed to, and we can slot into a Papua New Guinean-based force if we need to. And it's the same thing that we are pursuing with New Zealand when it comes to the renewed ANZUS Treaty. What this means is that we get to have an increased operability. New Zealand is increasing their defence spending and their defence budget. And what this all means is that we get to become, first, as I said before, a more important player in Papua New Guinea's defence. Second of all, a more important player in Papua New Guinea's political system. And finally, a high-end provider of Papua New Guinea's defence force. This makes us a stronger ally, this makes us more useful to them, but also it makes Papua New Guinea more useful to us because we can say that we can secure and protect Papua New Guinea, which again is an important position to hold in defence of Australia. It's important for shutting down access to the sea and defending Darwin and our other military bases. And it's a very important staging position for a hostile force that might want to invade. With that all being said, I hope you all have enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider leaving a like, subscription. It's greatly appreciated. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you so very much for watching. Goodbye.